What is up, guys? Welcome back to an episode of my F123 Mobile Racing Career Mode. We are here for episode number 11 today for the Canadian Grand Prix in season number 3. If you guys did miss the previous episode, then at the Emilia-Romagna Grand Prix, the opener of season 3, definitely be sure to go check that one out before you see this one. Quite an entertaining episode as we continue to have some decent results here in these lower cars. But coming to the Canadian Grand Prix for qualifying, Perez, Verstappen, Sainz, Hamilton, Stroll, Leclerc, Alonso, Russell, Gasly, and Ocon all complete the top 10 here so far. So we'll see where we can place to get set to start our one and only full-line lap here. So I open as we make our way towards turn 1 and 2 here, taking a nice easy through this section here and getting on the power nice and early. There's a Red Bull 1-2 at the moment. Let's see if we can disrupt the chaos here to make our way into the next sequence of corners. You can take a lot of curb there in these areas as, well, unfortunately it's not as realistic as real life, but you got to work with what you got here. So we go, well, I think 3 miles beyond the apex there, but we somehow managed to get the second apex, compromise the run a little bit here, so that's not going to affect us too much, hopefully, as we make our way towards the next sequence of corners. Down to fourth here, taking, well, quite a very brave line there. I was almost a little afraid we were going to hit the wall on the exit, but we managed to keep going here to make our way towards the hairpin. And it is 2 purple sectors here so far, absolutely making a hash out of that hairpin turn. Absolutely ruining that, but we somehow managed to keep going here. But this is going to cost momentum all the way down this straight here towards the final chicane and, of course, the wall of champions. As we make our way towards that chicane here, the Haas pretty decent in a straight line. We now actually get to see how quickly this Haas is compared to the Alfa Romeo and the Alfa Tauri. I would say the Alfa Romeo was probably faster than the Haas as you come across the line. Where is this going to put us then for the race? It's actually going to put us on pole position here, so a great lap from us. We just managed to get ahead of Perez and Verstappen. So a good lap from us. We'll see us start from the front row from first position, and it's going to be us: Perez, Verstappen, Sainz, Hamilton, Stroll, Leclerc, Alonso, Russell, Gasly, Ocon, Norris, Bottas, Albon, Guan Yu, Piastri, Hulkenberg, De Vries, Sargent, and Tsunoda round out the grid then for this race. Let's go then to 5 red lights for the Canadian Grand Prix here in Season 3. And it's lights out, and away we go. We were held there for a very long time here, and Perez actually gets the better jump compared to us off the start here. Verstappen's going to try to have a look up the inside. We're going to sail around the outside, keep that second place here, but Perez gets the better start compared to us off that line, so we're going to have to do, well, actually going to make up all these positions back on him. I give all this time. We get a great run through that section here. We go straight into the back of him there, as I realized we were not going to actually find much room. We're going to go sending it up the inside into this next corner here. Somehow A, not getting a corner cut, and B, not making contact with him. But now Perez is going to get the slipstream all the way down the straight here. We graze the barriers there a little too much as we try to defend him on the inside. Verstappen's going to try to come down the inside here. We're going to go around the outside of him and make sure we maintain this P2 here. We're going to go the drag race now between me and Perez towards the hairpin here. Perez is going to get the better run towards the hairpin, but we're going to go around the outside into the hairpin, later on the brakes, get a decent run out of the hairpin, having to lift off him just to make sure we wouldn't run straight into the wall there. That us back up into P1 so far. Perez is going to have the slipstream and the Red Bull superior straight line speed compared to the Haas. Look at how fast he is approaching us. We're going to defend the inside line coming into the chicane here. Go back to the racing line here, and we can settle down a little bit here as we make our way towards lap 2 then of the Canadian Grand Prix. We pulled out a second already to Perez as I think his run got a big compromise through that chicane, and the AI is, well, generally pretty weak through that chicane there, so I'm not surprised that we were able to pull away quite some distance from the Mexican driver as we had a bit of a misjudgment there, just not sure where the track really went in the shadows here, but we actually don't lose too much time compared to the Mexican. In fact, we gained it through that chicane here, now into the next sequence of corners here. Now, well, we definitely cut a bit too much of that corner. Now we get the corner cut penalty there. We're still managing to hold that 1.5 second advantage to Sergio Perez here. Verstappen is in P3, Sainz is in P4, so pretty much everything is holding station at the moment here. I don't know where Hulkenberg is at the moment. Well, guess we'll have to find out once the race is finished. Hope he's made up at least a couple positions, and he did start P17 in this race, so not really ideal here, as I think that's Alonso in 5th, and then Leclerc in 6th with Hamilton in 7th. So I am liking the mix-up in a lot of these grids for this season. I remember last time in F1 22, it would always be the Ferraris at the top, or the Red Bulls at top, and then you have Mercedes, McLaren, Alpine, all that kind of stuff here. So glad to see a lot more variety, which makes the races a lot more interesting here. We start down the final lap then of this Canadian Grand Prix here into the first 2 corners, taking it nice and easy here. We are leading the race. The last thing we need to do is crash out and, well, absolutely ruin it as we go flat out through this section here. Had a bit of bravery there, and also we had a 3-second gap, so it might as well, and is going to pay off with a purple to the first sector here, getting a decent run through that chicane here. Now onto the next sequence of corners here as we now make our way towards the middle part of this lap. Perez is 4.5 seconds behind us here, so we could be set for our first potential win here in the F1 23 World Ball Racing Career Mode. Well, we still got an entire sector to do here, so let's not screw this up as we go purple to the second sector here, 24.572 here, and now onto the main straight, just on the back straight here. For one last time here, we hold a 5-second gap then to the Mexican driver here. Verstappen another second behind him, and then Sainz to a 1.5 seconds as we make our way towards the chicane and the wall of champions here. The final 2 corners we need to negotiate into the chicane. We actually get a corner cut penalty because I think we cut the last part of the chicane too much there. Paris is 4 seconds behind. It's a long corner cut penalty, but we're gonna just about do it and win the Canadian Grand Prix. Our first victory here in this career mode. We come ahead of Paris, Verstappen, Sainz, Stroll, Leclerc, Hamilton, Alonso, Gasly, and Russell. Thank you all so much for watching, you guys. If you enjoyed, definitely be sure to leave a like and subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you guys in the next episode of this career mode series.